Hello, y'all.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon. How's everybody doing?
I hope all is well. We're sitting here. We was trying to figure out what we wanted to talk about in terms of to bring to you guys.
Yes.
Because we did so much so soon, which we have content for days and weeks and months.
Years.
Like, yeah, for real, for real.
Exactly.
Yeah, because like I said, this 10, 15 years in the making. And so what we're going to talk about today is, actually I would like to do a Q&A, but I'm going to only address certain questions that people had asked me before.
Okay.
For one, far as marriage, some people say that it's best to live together first before you get married.
What's your thoughts?
And I say no, because first of all, that's not the honorable thing to do, and that's not respecting, the person you with to the extent of being with them forever.
Okay.
I'd rather have paperwork which shows ownership.
Ownership.
And yeah,
Okay.
that's right. That means I'm yours and you mine.
All right.
Why be together if you don't have, the proper documentation? And plus, that's the honorable thing to do.
I get that.
What's your thoughts? What do you have to say?
As far as living together, you would want to do that after marriage because you really get to know a person once you are under the same household.
Mm-hmm.
Dating is one thing, but being under the same roof is a whole different
That's true.
situation.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're getting used to your quirks, you're getting used to what they're doing, but yet you're still trying to build it together all at the same time.
Right.
So it's a process, but it can be done.
I agree. I agree. And the other question was, so I hope that answered the question. The other question was, when we mentioned about everybody not wanting to have children. That's true. I think nowadays a lot of women, they're more focused on their careers.
Yes.
And they feel like when they get older, maybe that's the time for them to try to build a family. But we know I guess the clock was ticking in terms of them having a family after they feel like they got themselves established. What do you think about that as being a career woman, a professional woman? What would you say?
Being a career woman, most women nowadays...
Because we had our children younger. So,
right.
But what about nowadays?
Nowadays, most women do want to have their self established in an actual career and have a foundation before they feel like they want to bring on to have children, and they can support and do the just due of what's needed for that.
I agree. I agree. So what would you think would be the perfect age, if you had to put an age to it, that you think a woman have? And I know all women are different.
Right.
Their career versus family. What would be a good age, I guess, why I'm asking, for them to start planning and thinking, should I put my career on the back burner, or shall I consider starting a family? We're talking about marriage here, not relationship. Right. I'm talking about all strictly like marriage.
Right.
You married, and then
the steps that
follow.
Well, being married, you can be in your career, but as far as a family, to set kids, because you're already married, so it's already a husband and wife situation. To bring kids into that, it kind of based on how far you're trying to go in your career, because you don't want to be so far into it that you're not going to be mentally and physically there to be there for your children. But you also don't want to take away from what your worth is in growing your business or whatever your career is.
So what would be a good age?
I really don't want to put an age on it.
Because I know everybody is
right.
All women are
I don't want to
different.
put an age on it because everybody's different. A woman mentality at 35 might be different than a woman at 25. They still both women, but they have different goals. So I can't. I don't want to pinpoint. I don't want to pinpoint an age because everybody chooses their own path. Right.
That's no different than us getting married 25 years ago, and we've been together I think 26, 27 years. You remember better. Your memory better than mine. So we was together 26 years, married 24 years.
Yes. 24 years next month.
Yes, so that's a blessing all by itself. But we got married when we was younger.
Right.
And I was taught that's the honorable thing to do.
Right.
When a man finds us a wife, he finds us a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I never really understood that because, to be completely honest with you, I come from a family on both sides who've been married 30, 40, 50 years, like
right.
literally to death did them part.
Right.
And a lot of...
And I come from the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I come from the opposite, where I have family members who are married currently, but it wasn't something I grew up with, meaning the older generation wasn't really married. It's more so my age and a little bit older who are in actual marriages.
Wow. So that's great. I hope you're helping somebody.
Yeah.
I see the time clock is at almost 6 minutes, so it's a lot longer.
Yes.
Because we're flowing. And we can go longer. It's just we make so many videos, and then a lot of them have to be edited and that kind of thing. But the other question, before I get to that, I would add that as we mentioned before, when you find the right person, you will know it. Every fiber, every being in your body will know, and your family. I would recommend anybody that's dating, bring the person you're dating to the oldest person in your family. And they're going to tell you, more than likely, if it's going to work out.
Right.
Because they just got this discernment spirit. And that's going to tell you pretty much. I'm not saying base it totally on their opinion, but it's very important to introduce them first. Just don't cold turkey bring them and say, hi, this is Bob. This is Sue.
Right.
Or Gabriella. Or this is Jose.
Right.
Where's this guy come from?
Right.
Where's she come from? We don't know nothing about it.
Make introductions.
Right.
Just don't spur them at a family reunion.
I agree. Ahead of time, kind of like drop hints for those of you that are shy, and be like, for the women, I would say mention, I guess, to the person you trust more.
Right.
Should that be your mom? Or most women, girls or daughters, would talk to their dad last. And I understand why, because like the expectations are so high for every father, and everybody want their daughters to be treated honorably. Of course. And well, so man, I mean, that's a good situation. Again, we just come to you guys briefly today, and we're gonna continue doing this video and these videos because, like I say, we all about growth. That being said, we love y'all, and we're gonna talk to y'all soon.
Talk to you soon.
Have a great day.
Have a good one.